Good morning. Today's topic or controversial subject is studying the psychological profile of the politicians that we elect into power, that we, the peasants, elect into power. Every job tells us about, most jobs tells us about people. For instance, if you work with meat, you're obviously not going to be a vegetarian. If you work in the healthcare industry, we presume that you care for people. Not all the time. We've heard some doctors and nurses who have been killers, murderers, but most of the time, if you work in the care industry, it's because you care. If you work in the shoe industry, either you have a foot fetish, obsession with feet, or you like shoes. So the job that we do reflect our personalities, reflect the kind of people that we are. Not many people have ever studied the psychological profile of these politicians. Now, I don't know about you. I know the dangers of Islam. I know that I read the Quran, the Hadiths, the Bukhari's, so I know the dangers of Islam. However, the other day when I was doing my gardening, I heard some Muslim children playing, and it was all cute and innocent. And when I looked, I said, lo and behold, it was, Muslim children playing. And what was interesting, I thought, if I was a leader, I could not kill those children just because they were Muslims, no matter how evil their religion is. I could not kill a defenseless child, an innocent child, man or woman, who did nothing wrong, go to bed at night, sleep, and wake up the next morning and orchestrate yet again, another attack on another country that has done nothing wrong just for Western imperial material gain. Or even to think that somehow I'm so superior that I can run and govern the whole country. That to me sounds like the Muhammad complex, where Muhammad saw himself as greater than God. Muhammad saw himself as being worthy of praise. The politicians are no different to Muhammad, the leader and founder of Islam. They all have narcissistic natures. They're all capable of killing, murdering, looting for profit, for personal gain, and for egotistical reasons and satisfaction. It's interesting that we vote these politicians and yet we never study, why they would want to take office in the first place. If you were in power, they say power corrupts, but if you were in power, I would hope the last thing on your mind would be to kill innocent children. I would hope the last thing on your mind would be to wage wars on vulnerable countries just because you want something, their resources, their mineral. I would hope that, unless we as a people are all the same underneath. I would hope the mass majority of people are decent. I hope. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's interesting how those politicians who get to the top and rule the world always seem to have psychopathic tendencies. They take great pleasure in killing. They take great pleasure in creating a race war. They take great pleasure in destroying the family foundation and promoting alternative families and marriages. They take great pleasure in affecting social engineering for their own ends and their own gains. These people have no emotion. These people have no feelings. They'll watch a child die in front of their face and they're cold. That is a psychopath. A psychopath could tear the leg off a cat or a dog and take pleasure from it. These politicians, before we elect them, we need to go into their childhood and study them. Half of them come from private schools, all the same sex. If you look at England, most of the politicians in England came from same-sex schools. And yet what's interesting is England had a problem with a paedophile ring headed by politicians. 10 Downing Street, that were prolific, in paedophile ring, killing children, sexually abusing them. These are the kind of people that are running our world. These are the kind of people that lead us into war, claiming that our country is under threat. And how do they get us to fall for their propaganda? Xenophobia. There's no greater way than getting the nation on your side than whipping up xenophobia. I could not be a politician. One of my subscribers wanted me to make a mention of Donald Trump, who I supported, and I must admit I fell. And I did fall, and it's not very often that I fall. This man is he's a warmonger. He's no different to Hillary Clinton, to Obama. They're all the same. The same kind of mindset seem to get into power. Warmongering. And that's what Donald Trump is. He's already stepped on the foot of Russia by going into Syrian space or something, which he shouldn't have done, and he did it. Now he's pushing China to deal with North Korea, or he's going to do it. This man's a warmonger. He's no different to Obama. For some reason, and he doesn't care about the children he's going to kill. He doesn't care about the casualty that come out of it. They have no souls. They have no souls. And a day will come. As I said, it all depends how genuine we are. Because I'm not sure is when we look at politicians, we look at ourselves, we see ourselves. Maybe we're all psychopaths. Maybe we're all capable of killing children as long as they're our own. So maybe I have no problem killing white children as long as I'm not killing black children. Is that the humanity? Is that what we are as a people? That we don't mind dropping bombs on countries as long as it's happened to us? Then we're all psychopaths. We're all capable and qualified to run as politicians. We have no souls. If that's what we are as a people, we have no souls when we care about our goddamn selves. And that's the reason why in England I've never voted. From the time I realised that the Parliament and the House of Commons were infested with paedophile ring, how could I be accessory and vote them in power, knowing full well the wickedness that they've done? How can I be an accessory? Just because I want lower mortgage rates, so never mind their sins. You are aiding and abetting in a corrupt system. And because you benefit from it, you don't mind voting them back in. You are part of it. You're part of the problem. You turn your blind eye trying to pretend you don't know. Nobody votes out of blindness. Nobody votes out of blindness. When you vote, you know what you're doing. 10 Downing Street, being behind pedophiling, it was front page newspaper. It was all over the news, and people still vote. What does that tell you about people? Are we all psychopathic? Are we all capable of doing the same thing as the government, as long as we get benefit from it? It's a horrible world. Vicious, 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 horrible world that, I have no problem killing a white baby as long as it's not a black baby. I don't mind ravaging another country, killing innocent casualties, men, women and children for my gain. And then I will keep a straight face, not even moved emotionally. There's something wrong with this kind of world. Something wrong. We only care when it happens to us. Yet the Bible says, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? There is no greater word in history than who is my neighbor. We're all each other's neighbors. The Good Samaritan. But what's interesting is the politicians that got us all brainwashed. Got us all brainwashed. And when we watch the news, we don't react emotionally when we see children being killed all over the world. But let it be our children. They're attacking us! They're coming for us! I'm going to attack! But we watched the limbs tear from children caused by Western bombs, by our psychopathic killers, our psychopathic leaders. We will watch the limbs of children splattered in blood, their head come off. Nuclear weapons created in the West, or bombs. And we sit back, smoke a cigarette and have dinner with our families. And we turn a blind eye. We have no emotions. These politicians are creating a nation of psychopaths. Look around you. Can't you see? People are becoming colder. We're becoming evil. We don't give a damn about nothing. We become selfish. Just give us the oil so we can drive a good car, and we don't give a damn who we exploit for it. Just give us oil at a good price. At the moment, oil is 114. 114 oil. We don't give a damn. As long as it drops, we don't care who suffers as a result. These psychopathic politicians are creating a nation of psychopaths. We don't care who we hurt as long as our pocket is okay. We don't care who we hurt as long as our pockets is doing fine. You look up the term psychopath and you look at your leader and you begin to realize we're run by a nation of them. Horrible, self-conceited, full of themselves, have no emotions, no sensitivity. They'll watch a person die and not be moved at all. Such an environment of private learning must have created that monster. That's why I don't trust private schools with same-sex. Look what happens when that kind of perversion happens. I just leave it to your imagination and you'll see for yourself. Private schools with same-sex. And look at the laws they're bringing in now. Look at the laws. These psychopaths, they were bred differently to normal people. They never had normal interaction. They never had access to their parents. Their mothers probably didn't breastfeed them. So they're cold and distant. They never had normal rearing. They were brought up by nannies. So they can't feel, they can't love like normal human beings can. If your environment is unnatural, you are creating a psychopath. And you look at your leaders, you wonder why they're so goddamn cold. You wonder why they have no problem dropping bombs on hospitals. Hospitals in poor countries and killing babies, and they have no problem with it. They'll go to sleep. I could not vote a government like that. I could not vote, and that's them all. That's all the government. So that's why I don't vote and never will. I will not be accessory to the crime against humanity abroad or elsewhere. I will not be an accessory or aid and abetting to their crime. You can, I'm not.